All right, everybody, welcome to Sin City one more time. After our thrilling Midnight Racing League Contender Series race here. Welcome to Sin City one more time. After Landon Veliky stole the show last night, got the win for Midnight in the Midnight Racing League Contender Series. Now, the Inspired Thunder Series comes to Sin City for 134 laps. Aaron Stanton in the field tonight along with Colton Ward, who has a Sporky on every car, but a late model. Shane Winslow making his debut tonight on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Jackson Hadaway as well, and so many others. Right now, 16 drivers entered, expecting about 18-ish or so nonetheless. Only got 12 minutes to make this quick. So let's see if we cannot get our first interview. Talk to the man right now making his debut tonight for the Inspired Thunder Series and my good buddy, Hot Shot Josh Henderson. Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got copy, buddy?
Hey, I got you. How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. Now, what brings you out with a Tractor Supply Ford Mustang out here tonight?
I feel like it's a really good time to start the season, put the nose to the grindstone, and make a run for this championship. I'm only, like 1 week behind? What is it?
Shit. I'm sorry. Crap. I'm sorry. Yeah, about 10 behind. Yeah, about 10
Darn,
behind.
man. Hey, better late than never, right?
Oh, my God. Yeah. An ironic sense of way, yeah. Better late than never.
Yeah, no. Just, I don't know. We're not racing all next week and Inspired, right? So I thought I'd get out here and get one extra race in this week and, yeah, get ready for an off week.
Well, buddy, I'll ask you real fast. What have you already noticed with the track right now? 6 on the practice charts with a 29.323. What have you noticed about the track so far that could be a problem and or be a benefit to the Tractor Supply Ford Mustang?
Just got real tight behind a car there, so took the air off the nose, and so that's going to be interesting. I haven't driven a next gen car in probably about a year, so definitely going to be a little bit of a learning curve. I don't think I can be too much of a hot shot tonight. I kind of have to lean my way back into it because obviously I don't want to mess up other guys going for a championship. But we'll lean into it, and then second half we'll try to push up there and see if we can't steal a win.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you, and I'll let you get ready for qualifying here right now. Hot Shot Henderson, 7th on the speed charts. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Have fun.
Yes, sir. Well, while we got a chance here, Miss Henderson right now drops to 7th. Can't get it right now. The man who was quickest on the speed charts, and ironically, the half brother to Josh Henderson. And he also finished 3rd last night in the Midnight Racing League here in the Truck Series. Aaron Stanton, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
What's up, Garrett?
Well, I gotta hype. What are you laughing at? I gotta hype you up, man.
Look at my top on the racetrack right now.
Oh. Okay, well, that's the backup car. Nonetheless, the fastest primary car in Las Vegas right now with a 29.072 is the backup just as good as the primary.
I don't know. It's feeling pretty fast. Super tight out here. We're gonna be wearing our right fronts out pretty quick, I feel like, but should be fun.
Well, buddy, should be fun. It is going to be fun. What is really with you? What do you feel like some of the biggest challenges coming with this next gen car is for maybe yourself or maybe some of the drivers in the field, and how do you feel like them problems are going to oppose to the field tonight?
It's just different, right? It doesn't drive like a normal stock car. It feels like this thing turns like if you're dragging a brick on a hardwood floor, to be honest.
Aaron and I ain't never done that before, so I can imagine. But as for right now, you and your teammates got the top 2 spots. Pretty confident that one of y'all can get the job done.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right.
Colton just took it from me, but.
All right, buddy. Well, look forward to seeing what you can do tonight. Hopefully get the job done.
Yep, thank you.
Yes, sir. As he just mentioned. Colton Ward, top of the charts, which is never a surprise for those of you that have been looking. There's Colton Ward now in the Sporky machine. That's a hell of a car every time I see it. That's a hell of a car. And right now, Colton Ward, as I was saying, for those of you who have been keeping up with this series and this league for a while, you will know that seeing Colton Ward on top of the speed charts, never a surprise. Try to get a word with him a little bit later on. 7 minutes remaining in final practice. For one driver to another, before we go any further, got to update something real fast. Not going to interrupt the stream or nothing, just got to look at something. Excuse me. So, being that I missed last week, and what I heard was a hell of a race at Atlanta, that Aaron Stanton ended up winning, so Stanton going for 2 in a row tonight. We will. I don't have them updated with me yet. Hopefully that'll be fixed in the next season. But entering tonight, with Shane Haar out of Inspired for the foreseeable future, hopefully he'll make a return one day. But right now, it has blown the points lead into Aaron Stanton's favor. Right now, the man trailing him is his teammate. The man you see on the screen, Colton Ward, out by 67 points. Then Mike Hauser out by 167. And then moving up into the 4th spot, Jackson Hadaway out by 248. So right now, this appears to be a battle between the two loner teammates. Well, that being said, we'll get a word with Colton Ward here in a minute. But first, before we grab Colton Ward up here in the booth, Mike Hauser, Garrett Jings up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Going pretty good. Well, it would appear that I missed a lot last week because I see now you're third in the points, out by 167, but still mathematically in contention for the championship, even though there's a long, long way left to go in this season. For you tonight, how is Mike Hauser going to go about shrinking his points lead, and what's one thing that you're noticing with this car that could be an issue for you? And my next question, do I have an excuse to go to Waffle House tomorrow?
I'm hoping I can give you one. How about you just go no matter what? But yeah, no, the points gap, I think it's still possible to catch back up to Aaron. Like I said, I missed that one race. That's kind of why I'm in that spot. I think we've been running great. We ran second the past 2 weeks. So I think we definitely have the speed. And tonight, I don't know, I'm kind of going to try to gauge how the race goes. I don't want to be over aggressive because as aggressive
like
as you
Cade?
need to be with these next string. Yeah, like Cade, as aggressive as you need to be like with these cars, if you overstep it, you're going to put yourself in a bad spot. So there's a lot of grip, and that kind of allows people to be really aggressive, but I think that might bite you in the butt if you're really aggressive early in the run. You might burn your tires up, and these things, I cannot stand to drive them tight. So I'm going to try to take care of my tires early in a run, see what the car gives me, and try to adjust from there. But I'm feeling pretty good about it. I know we're not the quickest on the speed chart, but the field test, the car doesn't really feel that bad. I mean, it gets tight later in the run, but I think we'll be able to manage with it and just work on it.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Let you get ready for qualifying coming up here in a few short minutes. Hopefully get to talk to you in this thing.
I hope so. Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, sir. That being said, Hauser 14th on the speed charts. Matter of fact, we'll pull up his teammate here. Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jings up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, after last night's run in the Midnight Racing League Truck Series, I will ask you this one question. What did you learn? Is there anything that you could have took out of that race last night and apply it tonight? Being same track, might be a different time and a different car, but is there anything you learned about this track last night that you can put towards tonight?
No, I mean, trucks in this next gen are so different that, I mean, it's kind of a different racing concept. I mean, it's the same Las Vegas Motor Speedway, but it's almost like the difference between like here and Kansas. They're both 1.5 mile and ovals, but it's not the same. So, we got to kind of start over from scratch a little bit and just see where we can get this thing to kind of roll like we want it.
Well, right now it's pretty fast. 29, 215, fifth quickest on the charts. Right now the loaners pretty much have the top spots locked up. But I'll ask you this: how confident are you in the car's ability to get the job done tonight?
I think we're gonna have to see. Ask me that question probably by about lap 80.
Well,
I don't really know how this is gonna be in the draft. I don't know. I've heard dirty air is a pretty insert metaphor.
A word that we cannot
there.
say on here.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Right now, top 5 as it stands. Of course, it is a loaner 1, 2, 3. Colt Ward, Aaron Stanton, Cade Steele, Cannon. Up to the 3rd spot. Jackson Hadaway, Elijah Fisher, top 5. Shane Winslow, Hot Shot, Josh Henderson, Travis Farmer, Ben Milton, and Ben Connert, your top 10. Better time than ever. Better time than ever. Colton Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast. Boo, do you got a copy, buddy?
Hi.
Well,
Hi.
I got you. I want to ask you this first off. We're going to go back to last night for a moment. And I was sitting there telling my mama this morning, you're about the only driver I know that could take a truck that should be totaled, would be totaled in any other form, and get minimum damage to the back and still finish solid. Last night, I got asked, can the same be said for tonight? How are these cars handling to this track? Good God. And really, what can we expect tonight other than a backup?
Oh, I hate the setup. I hate it. It's tight.
Take it you rather
So,
have. I take it
you're
rather
going to
be
be
a little
plowing
loose.
in 4 for sure. But you're going to be plowing in 1 and 2 too.
I got to ask. Well, then I asked this question: how will this affect the normal driving style for the 42 team? And can you try to keep the loaner streak going with Aaron Stanton winning last week? Can you try to keep it within the loaners? That really, yeah, just how does it affect your driving style?
I think so. I mean, we look fast right now. But yeah, I think that right front's going to be hurt. So just be easy in the turns.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll let you get ready for qualifying here, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right.
He'll be back before the... What's up, Fred? Okay, so I guess we rolled the dice on a new... here on a new qualifying procedure. All right, group qualifying. It's up next.
It definitely wasn't set for that, and I will tell you that. Unfortunately, I might have made an error when I was making the session, and I guess when I was fixing the weather and confirming it all, that it decided to say, oh, no, we're gonna go to group.
Oh, hell, good idea. It's a good idea.
It
It's something
definitely was
different.
not a good idea.
Well, drivers be bouncing off the walls, that'd be about it.
Oh yeah, but I know, but I'm gonna get yelled at, so it's all right.
Well, I want to
Sorry
ask...
for the mistake, everybody who is currently on the live stream.
Well, that ain't what I pulled you up in here for. But I will ask you to this. You've seen these cars work before. What can we expect? What's your honest opinion? What can we expect tonight? Drivers saying that they're handling tight and all that. What can we expect tonight? In your opinion?
It's gonna be super. In my opinion, it might be a long green flag run here, long green flag run there. But unfortunately, I think it's gonna be an extremely tight situation race. So, and it's not gonna be good. I just don't think it's gonna be good there.
Well, buddy.
I think we're gonna. I think I made everything into a tough situation.
And all I was going to do is bring out the best driver and see which one can adapt and overcome tonight. That's how I'm going to view it.
Yeah, that's how you should view it. And unfortunately, Chris made a dum-dum, so...
Check your DMs real fast.
It shouldn't be a big dum-dum anyway.
Nah, it'll be fine. So right now, Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser, Josh Henderson, Jackson Hadaway, Elijah Fisher. The top 5.
I know that a lot of the cars right now in qualifying, and I will say this right now, they are all trying to separate because dirty air is not fun.
No, not with these cars. I can attest to that running NASCAR all last year. Yeah, they despise it, especially at this place with the bumps in its own right can cause handling issues, but it'll just make them plow tighter.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, and again, sorry to the fan base for this.
It's fine.
I wasn't directly talking about this, but don't. All right, I'm sorry. I have to do my job here. Hold on.
You're good, buddy. I'll pull you back up here later on. Well, right now, as it stands, Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser, Hotshot Henderson. What in the name of Mike was that? Farmer, Hauser, Henderson, Hadaway, and now Aaron Stanton in the top 5. Ryan Fisher, Mick Earp, Wade Alexander, Cade Kennan, and Bobby Hadaway, your top 10. I got a moment in the action here. Get a couple more drivers. Get Ben Milton up here in the booth. Ben Milton, Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. What's going on?
How you doing, mate? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Got to say right now, 11th on the practice charts. Now I'll ask you this, hearing a lot of drivers talk about the car will be tight, dirty air probably will not help that factor. Do you feel like tonight's going to be a very important tire-saving game, or do you feel like a fuel strategy run might be in question, being what we saw last night with Midnight?
I think it'll all be down to tyres again, Garrett. It's yeah, mainly right side as usual, but the more you can save your tyres, the better condition you'll be in at the end of stint. So yeah, I think it'll be down to tyres. Fuel maybe later in the race.
Well, right now, even though it shows 11th quickest on the speed charts, I do want to ask you, how confident are you in the 28 tonight?
We can carry on doing what we did last week without the issues that we had. Then yeah, we can be there. Again, like I say, like you said, really, so whoever can serve the tyres and be there at the end without wrecking and getting in any trouble will be in a good condition to win the race.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully, we'll still get to talk to you in this thing.
Yeah, cheers, Garrett, and happy birthday for last week. We missed you last week.
Appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it. And right now, Ben Milton currently 11th on the speed charts, but still has the top 5 in points. Appreciate your time, buddy. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, cheers, Garrett. See you after, hopefully.
Yes, sir. Well, Ben Milton will come in right now. Qualifying has concluded. Travis Farmer, top of the charts. Hauser, Henderson, Hadaway, and Stanton, the top 5. Well, that was interesting, quick, short, to the point. Kind of gave a few drivers a little bit of extra practice time to see how they can go about tonight. And with that being said, 134 laps of Las Vegas up for grabs. Don't know what to expect. Well, the drivers who can save the most tires are going to be the ones tonight who will have a say in who wins this race and who doesn't. With that being said, starting lineup for tonight. 134 laps, Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser, first and second. Hot shot, Josh Henderson and Jackson Hadaway, third and fourth. Stanton, Aaron Stanton, that is. And Elijah Fisher, fifth and sixth. Cade Cannon, Ben Kennert, seventh and eighth. And Wade Alexander, Bobby Hadaway. Rounds out the top 10, Ben Milton, Tyler Stone, your fast 12. All further down through the field. Dustin Waltney, James McConnell, Shane Wisloff, Colton Ward, and Juan Cobbs Jr. rounds out the 17-car field tonight. With that being said, get Travis Farmer up here in the booth. Travis Farmer, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll be damned. Put that what has to be one of the wildest paint jobs I've ever seen on the front row tonight. What's the story behind this paint job? That's a pretty sick looking car.
I just made it. That's it.
Oh,
That's
come
an
on
old
now.
brand I remember. No, I remember that brand when I was growing up.
Well, what was it?
It was a like t-shirt clothing brand.
Well, it looks fast. It looks mean tonight, but is it fast enough to stay at the front and get the job done tonight?
Now that I don't know. I'm hoping it is, but I don't know. It'll be close.
It'll be close.
Yeah.
Well, buddy, I'll ask you this last question before I let you get ready tonight. We're hearing a lot about handling. The car's tight. Might be burnt off that right front tire a little bit more. Is there really a way to try to compensate for that and try to balance it out, or is it just luck on a draw tonight? And is it going to come down to the person who can save that right front the most that will get the job done tonight?
Yeah, I believe it's whoever can save the tire the most, because it does burn it up out here. But we're going to see what we can do tonight.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. For right now, field pacing around. Can't get Jackson Hadaway up here in the booth real quick. Jackson Hadaway, Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, all jokes aside, I'm being very jokeful tonight. I got to say that paint job and that brand brings back a lot of memories from my childhood. But what's it going to take to get the job done tonight? And really, is this more getting a win or bragging rights over your dad again?
Honestly, it doesn't matter as long as I have a good points race and take care of the tires. I'm sitting in fifth place in points right now, so if I can keep it up, hopefully I can go up a couple spots. So hopefully we have a good race, and yeah, just try and survive at the end.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully we get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
I hope so too.
So right now, Jackson Hadaway getting ready to go to action tonight. We'll try to chat with a couple more drivers as cautions come out, if there are any cautions. Oh man, these are pretty good looking paint. These are pretty good looking cars tonight. I'm a sucker for a good paint job. All right. Jesus. All right. 134 laps. When it's all said and done, the driver who saved their race car will be declared the winner, or will at least have a say in who has or who is going to be the winner tonight. Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser bring us to the Echo Parks restart zone. We're rolling in Sin City. Off of turn 4, Hauser, Farmer, side by side at the line, giving to Mike Hauser, barely. Leads the first lap. Farmer bound back on the inside. Jackson Hadaway trying to take second away from Hauser. They work down back straightaway. One car off the wall further back. Then Canard, it looks like. As Farmer tries to scoot away to a 3/10 of a second lead.
Popping in with some info. There is a jump to start, and unfortunately, Mike Hauser had to pit. That's what that is.
All right. Appreciate it, buddy. Mike Hauser. So you just heard it from race control himself, Mike Hauser. Jumping to start. Drive-through penalty. So the night already has gotten a lot harder for the 43. For the best thing for Hauser right now. He's lost the track position, but if there is an early caution, it will save him. But right now, the field already starting to get single filed out. Down the back straightaway, Colt Ward bounces off the outside wall, keeps it straight. You don't see that a lot tonight. Better these cars get. Right now, Farmer, Hadaway, Henderson, Fisher, and Stanton, your top 5. Kane Cannon, Bobby Hadaway, Ben Kennard, Wade Alexander, Tyler Stone in top 10. Another car bouncing off the wall. They keep bouncing off the wall. That wall ain't gonna be yellow no more. I don't know what color it is underneath the yellow, but it ain't gonna be yellow. That's for damn sure. But Farmer out to a half a second lead right now, coming up on a lap car, Mike Hauser. Right on board with Jackson Hadaway in the Uncrustable machine. That was a good peanut butter sandwich back in the day. And right now he's got an earful of the Tractor Supply Ford Mustang of Hot Shot Josh Henderson. Of course, for those of you that do watch on Monday nights, you're accustomed to seeing Henderson running on Monday and now running in the Wednesday night Truck Series lead, the Platinum Truck Series lead series, might I add. But tonight, Henderson making a start on the Saturday night and going for second on Jackson Hadaway. So he said he might not be hot shot tonight, trying to figure this car out, but fooling me. Henderson up to second. Hadaway, contact, gonna send Henderson around. Saves it. Not yet. Saves it. Good grief. A hell of a save for Josh Henderson. However, is gonna lose all them spots. Lord have mercy. Meanwhile, it brings Cade Cannon and Aaron Stanton into the mix. I'll tell you one thing, Travis Farmer's loving everything. He's seeing it back behind him. Everybody's racing hard for second. He said, I'll just scoot away out of here. About Bobby Hadaway. Both the Hadaways, father and son in the top 5. One second, the other one fifth. Lyda Fisher right now in 6th. Canert, Stone, Alexander, Colt Ward making his way up through the field. Speaking of Colt Ward, up 6 spots from where he started tonight. You're right on board with the Sporky. There you see it's right now Knight started 16th. Right now, pull up the dashboard. We're actually going to take another lap around with Colt Ward. See how he's maneuvering this racetrack right now. Makes the pass on Tyler Stone for the 8th spot. There you see it, just letting it roll enough, about 3/4 throttle. Not quite that, about 80% off the gas. Going to be full song down the back straightaway. Try to get right up against that wall as close as he can. Arc 3 and 4. Now going to let off about 80% to 3/4. Gonna be right back full throttle as a lap with Colton Ward. That last lap of 29.624. Fastest lap, as a matter of fact, set by Jackson Hadaway, 29.188. Right now, Mike Hauser doing a hell of a job trying to stay on the lead lap. Well, Hauser qualified second, just jumped the start. No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. I got my words mixed up. There's a big foul. Right now, a 29-second fail, and right now in jeopardy of going one lap down. Well, again, qualified second, showed that he had the speed to match the 13. Rest assured, either Farmer's saving right now or Hauser is matching him enough to keep him at bay. You see Mike running that top line. Well, Hauser's last lap, 32.68 to Farmer's 32.20. So right, not terrible. Not terribly off at the moment. Matter of fact, I'm going to let it update. There you see. Well, that time, just about a whole tenth. Meanwhile, action brewing further back in the field. Now, this is what I like to call a hornet's nest. Now, right now, trying to calm down out of the hornet's nest, Aaron Stanton, the points leader coming into tonight. Trying to get around Hadaway, he will. Jackson slings it right back to the bottom again. About Bobby Hadaway just waiting in the wings back here. Big run down the back straightaway. He's going to look on the outside of his son, Jackson. Try to get that run off the corner. Can't quite see him yet, so evidently, there he is. Right now, 17 laps in. $17 down, 117 to go. That being said, Travis Farmer has led 16 laps so far tonight. Mike Hauser has actually officially led one. We're going to take a quick step away from the action. You're watching the Inspired Thunder Series live from Las Vegas. Be right back. We're back live for Las Vegas. Right now, Travis Farmer still holding the lead. Kay Cannon, Aaron Stanton, and the Hadaways, the Bobby and Jackson. 4th and 5th. Colton Ward still climbing through the field right now in 6th. Kennert Stone, Alexander, Ben Milton, your top 10. Right now, we'll say this, a hell of a job by Mike Hauser. continuing to hold Farmer off that bay. But what it's done, it's allowed K Cannon in a beautiful Mountain Dew machine tonight. But it's allowed Cannon to close now within under a second. Barely under a second. Well, it's allowed Stanton and Hadaway both. Bobby Hadaway having a hell of a job tonight. Colton Ward has just now broken to the top 5. Right now, biggest movers of the race since the start. But there you see it, Ward up 11. Hadaway up 6. K. Kennett up 5. They're your biggest movers of the race. Tyler Stone up 4. Biggest droppers so far tonight. Mike Hauser, of course, had to serve a drive-through penalty right at the start for jumping the initial start of the race. Down 15. Hot shot Henderson. He's dropped 10 spots, but it could have been a whole lot worse. But right now has dropped 10 spots after a hell of a save. After contact with Jackson Hadaway. So right now your favorite manufacturer. Well, right now is a Chevy top 6. Followed by the only 2 Toyotas of Kennard and Stone. And then of course the Chevrolets of Alexander and Ben Milden. Right out top 10, Fords, Fisher, Winslow, and Henderson. 11th, 12th, 13th. McConnell, the last Chevrolet, in 14th. And then the final 3. Juan Cobbs Jr., Ben Waltney, and Mike Hauser, all Fords at the bottom. Right now, a Chevrolet top 5. We keep you back in. Cannon's coming. Still 9/10, but you can tell he's taking a little bit. But I have a lot of these farmers trying not to stay in that Mike Hauser's dirty air. Now, those of you that normally do not watch, I might have some new viewers tonight. The term dirty air is simple. When you're running the same line as these cars are, you got that car in front of you, air is pushing constantly, and it can cause the car to get tight. It can cause it to get loose. A lot of times you'll see it with these cars, it'll cause them to get tight, which means they're not wanting to turn or burn off that right front. That's why you'll see a lot of drivers who get in the wake of another car's draft try to switch lines, try to stay out of it, try to stay behind them, or try not to stay directly behind them as long as they can. But it also, the more tighter the car is, the more you got to turn it. Not only are you burning that right front, but it's also costing you time because you're having to live. Don't know if you're going to hit that outside wall or not. If you break a toe link, then it's even worse. But right now, Kay Cannon trying to run down Travis Farmer. Well, he ain't going to do it like that. Cannon hard off the wall. That ain't the first time he's bounced off that wall tonight. No, but here comes the points leader and his teammate Aaron Stanton. Well, right now, Cannon off the wall again. You got to expect that the handles now starting to go away. We just alluded to that right front wearing out, and that's what you're seeing. Cannon knocking the wall down every chance he gets, staying all over his back bumper. This is the relief that Farmer wanted to see. Try to open up that 1.7 second lead back up. Stanton now down to the bottom. See Hadaway off the wall. Just go back to your So right now here's what Stan want to get right to the inside. Right now, these three drivers, Stanton, Cannon, and Ward, all teammates, standing on the apron a little bit of a bobble. Going to allow Cannon to get that run down the straightaway. Well, there's a hell of a battle side by side still. Well, Aaron finally gets around him, and right now, Aaron Stanton went out and set his sights on Travis Farmer. With Dustin Waltney in the pits, unsure what the issue is to that machine. They just came in getting tires. Do a 33-lap run. And right now, tires. So one driver's already pitted. They'll raise the question. 33 laps. When are we going to start seeing cars come in? One that goes 2 down, Mike Hauser. Farmer off the wall that time. Cannon off the wall again. Colt Ward taking evasive action. But without Cannon and Ward right now, Stan has cut this lead right back down to just over a half a second, 6/10 to be precise. Meanwhile, we'll focus further back as Colton Ward has Cade Cannon all over him. Oh, off the wall again. Well, if he ain't knocked the toe out of that car, if he ain't got no wheel damage out of that, I don't know what wheel damage is. That car was built to last. "99 laps to go. And Stanton and Ward are all over the back of, or are going to be all over the back of Farmer. You see the gap now, finally, half a second. Right now you can look at it and see, we're going to look at the last line. There it is. Stanton almost a whole tenth faster than Farmer. Right now, 4/10 the gap. We look at Aaron, he's able to get that car right on that white line, near about able to get it more towards the bottom. It is cutting deep each time into that lead. Stanton actually going to take the high side this time. Well, and you see what he's doing. He's switching up. He's close enough now to where he is in Farmer's draft. He's in that dirty air. He does not want this car to push tight. There you see it right there. I'm going to let it roll a little bit more. Finally gets out of it. Still going to take a chunk out of it, but not near as big. Take the high side again. We'll try to get that big run down the back straightaway. Mike Hauser, a hell of a job keeping Farmer at bay. Then gonna take the middle again. You're gonna try that bottom. 2/10 the gap. Yeah, but he sacrificed that run off the corner. However, down the back straightaway. He's able to keep it. Barely. Key word, barely. Well, Farmer off the wall. Okay, now that's critical. Now now he's open the floodgates. Stanton right now dives it into turn 3 one more time. The gap, a tenth. Colton Ward licking his chops. Yeah, because they know once they start battling, you're going to bring Ward in there, and that joker ain't going to be afraid to stick it 3 wide. Stanton going to try the outside yet again, going to try to build a run again down the back straightaway. Big run. Right there on him. Going to take the outside again. Right back in the gas, and it way sooner for the lead. Aaron Stanton on the outside of Farmer. At the line, give it to Stanton barely. Farmer right back to the inside. Farmer standing in turn 1-2. Does not want Stanton to get this lead. However, the run from the 27. The points leader trying to get the lead. Farmer will not go down quietly. Farmer right now against 2 loaner cars. And right now the leader of the loaners trying to get the lead away. He is clear. New leader, Aaron Stanton. Colt Ward now for second. Elijah Fisher just leaving the pits. Well, Fisher pitted out of the 8th spot. Right now, 90 laps to go, and right now the field has gone 44 laps, the majority of them, on this set of tires. And right now, Stanton trying to get away from Colt Ward for the moment. Right now, 12 drivers still on the lead lap. Mike Hauser's been a very valiant effort in staying on the lead lap, but eventually Hauser is gonna have to pit. It's when he does what Mike's gonna have to do. He is gonna have to hope that Aaron or Colton. He is gonna have to hope that he will be the last car to pit. That is the only way he might be able to dig himself out of this rut that he's got himself in without a caution. It's the only way I see it. Right now, Aaron would love to put him a lap down, and you know he would. The gap now opening up to 0.7 of a second over Colton Ward. Well, the way that I see it, be a great time. That'll be a hell of a time even. Before they make any more green flag pit stops for an inspired marketing through the field, as I say that, Travis Farmer concedes and comes into the pits. Henderson missed the pits. Saw it. Henderson missing the pits. That's going to cost him valuable time. We'll wait till after the pit stops are done, then we'll do the inspired marketing through the field. Well, 49 is the limit. Farmer was running third. He's in. Henderson attempted to come in. Good Lord. How much longer can Stanton and Ward go? The big key thing is pit strategies up and down the place. Some drivers have pitted early, some have pitted later than others, some obviously going later than others. Henderson in the pits this time. Shane Winslow in the pits now. Be pitted from ninth spot. Well, there's the big one. Stone, Cannon, Alexander, Hadaway, Ben Milton, all in. Well, look at Mike Hauser. Hauser is praying that Stanton and Ward come in and he can go one extra lap longer. No, he cannot do it. Hauser, Stanton, Ward, all in. Ben Kennert will stay out and lead a lap, be 5 bonus points. Ben Milton coming off, everybody's in. So the 46 ought to be in this time. Well, Knert's in, and that will hand over the lead. Don't speak too soon. Yeah, it will. It ought to hand over the lead to Elijah Fisher. Well, Fisher right now. Five-second lead, but Colton Ward also about 7 laps, fresher tires. We'll see how big of a factor it plays in. Well, 79 to go, and right now Elijah Fisher leads for the first time tonight. It'll be 5 bonus points to Fisher right now. The extra 10 bonus points go to Travis Farmer, who has led 40 laps so far. Farmer now 5.5 seconds off of Elijah Fisher and gaining somewhat. The fast efficient racing, and right now in that Greg Biffle throwback National Guard Ford Mustang leads in Las Vegas. Fisher had a great run going last night, and it just did not pan out in midnight. Got involved in a caution, and really was the factor a lot of the night within the top 10. Unfortunately, the chips did not fall in Fisher's way. And right now, I think he said, I'm going all in. Well, the gap now, just under 4 seconds. Farmer, Ward, Stanton, and others are coming. $77 laps to go. Still a long, long way from settling this one. We talked about last night. If you missed last night, Midnight Racing League Contender Series race, Landon Velicky, Trevor Asronoff, and Aaron Stanton was your top 3 last night. Matter of fact, Elijah Fisher finished 17th. Right now, I'm trying to rectify them. That was the results from last night. Congratulations still to Landon Velicky are in order. It was a wild field last night, to say the least. And of course, I'm just going to see Fisher off the wall. Again, I'm just going through the races that I covered this past week. Try to get everybody caught up and updated on everything. Right now, Colt Ward to gap 1.9, Stanton around Farmer. Of course, now that we have found it now, the HGR results. Top 3 out of that one, Jeff Merck, Joshua McCullough, and Dylan Jones. For the High Gear Racing Series. We'll have MMS up here momentarily, but right now, I believe it's time to fulfill something I said I would do after the pit stops were over, and that is Inspired Marketing's Through the Field. But right now, Elijah Fisher has led 9 laps so far, and right now is currently leaning, but hot on his trails. There you see second and third place, Colt Ward, Aaron Stanton on back behind him. Travis Farmer, Kane Cannon, the top 5. Inspired Motorsports only entry tonight, Tyler Stone. Right now running in 6th, Wade Alexander, Bobby Hadaway. You see them battling back. That is 47th spot. Well, after that big slide early in the race and then missing pit road the first time, Josh Henderson right now running in the 9th spot in the Tractor Supply Ford Mustang. Old hotshot Henderson. Well, Ben Milden rounds out the top 10. Right now, Shane Wisloff. Shane Wisloff in the 35 or the, no. That 35, what is that? Look at here in a second. 67. The 35 or the 67, every which one you want to go for him. Right now running the 11th spot, my buddy from Midnight Racing League, Juan Cobbs Jr. Right now running in the 12th spot. Last car 1 lap down. Or last car in the lead lap, I should say. And how about Mike Hauser? 1 lap down in 13th after jumping the start at the start of the race. Ben Connert right now, 14th, 1 down. James McConnell in the 7 machine, 1 lap down. Dustin Waltney, 1 down. And Jackson Hadaway in 17th, 2 laps down. That is through the field. Meanwhile, for the lead, Colt Ward on Elijah Fisher. Fisher will not give it up. Yeah, I don't think he's going to have much of a choice. Colt Ward around Elijah Fisher. And the winner from Monday night at Watkins Glen is back out front with 66 to go. Well, you pull up the Raging Idiot Racing Network pit strategy report, and there you see it. Ward is staying on a 15-lap run, Fisher on a 26. Farmer on a 19, then on down Cannon, Stone, Alexander, Hadaway, all 16 lap runs, hot shot on 18. Strategy all over the place. Right now, standing around Fisher for third. Right now, look at me said, Colt Ward now up to a second lead over Aaron Stanton. We talk about points and all that. Actually, we'll update you on the points across Inspired so far. Right now, we mentioned the Thunder Series. We'll reiterate the top 5 coming into tonight. Aaron Stanton holds a 67-point lead over Colton Ward, 167-point over Mike Hauser. James Attaway out by 248 and Ben Milner out by 276. That is coming into tonight from Inspired. The Wednesday night Platinum Truck Series. The points have not been updated post Nashville Fairgrounds. So with that being said, we will jump over to Cup. And they have been updated post Watkins Glen. So the standings right now, Elijah Fisher holds a slim 13-point lead over Colton Ward. Josh Henderson out by 58. Farmer out by 60. Mike Hauser out by 64. However, that is not the big issue that drivers. That's not what some drivers are worried about. They're worried about making the top 10, worried about the chase. And right now, Hernandez now holds the final spot over Tyler Stone. The top 10 in points. We'll get into the chase. Right now, Tyler Stone out by 8. Cannon out by 10. James Attaway out by 13. Hunter Rozelle out by 24 and on down. We'll go down to David McCullough. Out by 47 points. That is the update for the Cup Series side thing, but we will go ahead and tell you the top 10 in Cup for the hell of it. Elijah Fisher, Colt Ward, first and second. Henderson, Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser rounds out the top 5. Stephen Henning, Chris Lowe, Jason Williams, Thomas Hernandez. Actually, hold up. I'm missing something here. Let me recount this. Okay, my mistake. Tyler Stone holds the 10th spot. 2 over Cannon. And about 6 over Hunter Rozelle and on down. So, my mistake. Tyler Stone enters next week's race at Pocono as the gatekeeper. Still plenty of action, though. Plenty of action and a long way to go in the Cup Series side of things. A long way to go in this season and a long way still to go in this race. Matter of fact, 55. Now right now, Colton Ward has opened up a 1.2 second lead over Aaron Stanton. Elijah Fisher has slid back to 2.9. Well, of course, the Inspire Cup Series will continue to be brought to you by the Raging Idiot Racing Network to season's end. That is the plan. The plan is also for the Thunder Series. Unsure about next season for the Thunder Series. Might try to work something out. Have all eyes. I will cover the majority of it. We'll just have to wait and see. But we ain't going to worry about that right now. We're going to worry about the remainder of the Cup Series side and the remainder of the Thunder Series. And right now, the way it is ramping up, it will be between Stanton and Ward. But a hell of a long way to go. Knowing the point to this series, one, it exposes drivers to different types of cars, who is better in what, this, that, and the other. What that can do is, I believe everybody can say Colton Ward's weak link was the late models, whereas Ben Milden's strong suit, you can say, were the late models. So it gives drivers 4 weeks. It gives drivers 4 weeks to cut ground to the guy who dominates week in and week out. It gives everybody 4 weeks to shrink that gap the best that you can. And ultimately, it's a learning thing. That's practically what it boils down to. Right now the gap at 2.1. Well, Ward is not going to let this go. I mean, in the great J.R. Jim Ross's words, you'll be easier wrestling a $2 steak away from a pit bull than trying to run down Ward for the moment. Now, that being said, we're not going to sit here and say that Colton Ward cannot be ran down, let alone beat. Seen it before. The question is, if you're Aaron Stanton right now, are you saving what you have? Or have you burnt the car up already? Are the tires already shot? And that's the big question. 2 cars, big contact off the wall. Travis Farmer, one of them. Farmer is in this time after 36 laps. Elijah Fisher came back in. Fisher, as a matter of fact, just got out. Well, you got to think, if Ward and Stanton go 45 like they did the last time, they will be able to make it 48 to go. Well, right now, 47 laps. Well, right now it's the waiting game. We're going to see how long. Right now, Loner top 3, but we're waiting to see how long. How long will Ward go? How long will Stanton go? Are they going to try to do what they did the last time? Go along with it. Excuse me. Are they going to try to go along with it? They're going to try to short it? Like, what are they going to do? That is the thing. we just wait and see. If a caution were to come out, Mike Hauser would be the first car 1 lap down. All right, Colton's in. Much shorter. 36 laps shorter. As is Stanton. Kay Cannon will stay out, and Cannon will get 5 bonus points for leading a lap. 44 to go. Well, right now, Cannon, I think Cannon's going to try to replicate what Ward and Stanton did prior and try and go a little bit longer. Tyler Stone looks like he's doing the same. Mike Hauser just saying, guys, please let there be a caution. That's what Hauser's saying right now. They would completely mess up Ward, Knert, Stanton, Farmer. It would completely mess all them jokers up. A lot of fish, all them had to take the wave around. You go Aaron Stanton. Back out onto the racetrack now. Tyler Stone. For the lead on Cade Cannon, and Tyler Stone wants 5 bonus points. Through the grass to get him. He got him. No, he did not. Woo. Are you sure? I'm looking at it. I'm sure. Good God almighty. Tyler wanted that 5 bonus points bad. McConnell back into the pits now. Stone gonna try it again. This time he'll get him. Lumen in the back. Colton Ward breathing down. Mike Hauser and the 2 leaders next. Well, right now, if it was a cycle around, when it cycles around, you run on board with the Sport Kit machine, it will be Colton Ward's race, or at least the lead. Right now, I'm going to try to get around the Inspire Motorsports driver of Tyler Stone. Cannot tell the Oklahoma City Thunder fan. Ward set it big time in there. Stone, he tried to cover it. Tried to cover it, either thought better of it, or the car did not work out for him. Colt Ward back on the lead lap. Tyler Stone in this time. Front of the lead, Kenny will take it back. Tyler Stone in. I leave Alex, Cade Cannon, Wade Alexander, Bobby Hadaway, Ben Milton, and Shane Winslow. Out on the racetrack, Hot Shot Henderson in the pits. Right now. What can you say? Well, Elijah Fisher right now, not separated by much, nor is Stanton. Oh, Hauser hard off the wall, Cannon off the wall, Alexander off the wall. Anybody else? Good grief. I hate to be the guy that's got to paint the cars at the end of this. Okay, Cannon, after 47 laps, surrenders. And now, Wade Alexander and Bobby Hadaway. Well, Cannon's in, so top 4 have yet to pit. Alexander, Hadaway, Milton, and Winslow. I hope I've been pronouncing that name right all night. Right now, Alexander continues to lead Ben Milton in the pits. Or no, never mind. I'm sorry, that's Ben Knert in the pits. Well, Milton's in the pits too, damn it. Oh, there he is. Red Bull, right. 32 to go. Big Farmer will get his lap back. Shane Wesloff concedes and he will come into the pits now. When it's all said and done, Colton Ward and Aaron Stanton will be first and second. Fisher third, Hauser, Farmer the top 5. When all this cycles around. Bobby Hadaway in the Dale Jr. throwback car to, I believe, either the 2011 or 2013 Coke Zero Sugar 400. One of them two. Either way, hot looking car. Has to back it up. That's going to cost us some time. And Alexander's in. So now, where's Stanton? Let's see. Take away a 1 from a 6, 5 seconds back at least. .3. That was in the ballpark. With 29 to go, this should be it. No more pit stops. Right now, this is Colton's race to lose. Very rarely do you see a mistake made by Colton Ward. And of course, you mentioned last night had a great run going in the 18 Sporky truck, might I add. And actually rallied back to a 6th place finish in last night's race. So Ward able to rebound from that last night, and now tonight with a 5-second lead over Stanton. Meanwhile, we'll go further back to Aaron Stanton. right now runs second, about a second over Elijah Fisher. Well, Fisher led 12 laps tonight. And right now, if things were to change, if things don't change now, Colton Ward will take the extra 5 bonus points for leading the most laps away from Travis Farmer. So in total, if we were to think about it, here for a split second. So, okay, so yep, so my sources are right. So therefore, Colton Ward, if things do not change how they are, he will cut 15 points into Stanton's lead. And that will go from 67 to 52. Well, still a long way to go, even for 23 laps. And of course, the viewers, y'all ain't got to answer the poll. I would appreciate it if you did, but y'all ain't got to answer it. Try to interact with people. But 21 laps to go, and still anything can happen. Go on further back. Notice some drivers are spread out. We'll actually go back, check back in on Hot Shot Henderson. That's Tyler Stone. There's Hot Shot. Well, Henderson has recovered somewhat up to 6th. Again, you can see where the biggest movers are at right now on the racetrack, and Colton Ward up 15 for where he started. Tyler Stone up 7. Juan Collins Jr. up 5. Biggest droppers so far tonight still Mike Hauser and Jackson Hadaway, both down 11. Nick Hernert down 6. Right now, Elijah Fisher 9.2 seconds off the lead. And Fisher comes into tonight out by 356 in the 9th spot. Well, it will not help his case that the 2 drivers here are chasing right now are ahead of him as far as the points goes, but it is going to help him over drivers like Farmer and Tyler Stone. Henderson, obviously. Well, Henderson just making his first start. Cannon as well. This might not help him for say. It will probably vault him up 2 or 3 spots in the points. Right now, The gap still 6.9 seconds, 16 to go. Well, folks, 15 to go. We're going to take one more quick step away so we can bring it to the end here. So you're watching the Inspired Thunder Series live for Las Vegas. We'll be right back. All right, 14 to go. The gap even bigger, 7 seconds. Right now, only 2 voters, but 50-50. Yes and a no. Award stuck behind Ben Kennert. He will get to the inside, but Ben 1 lap down. Don't try to. I'll be damned if Ben ain't fighting for that lap. He's got it though. Ward able to slip under him. I may have spoke too soon. Well, Milton's fighting. Big time. Ah, he's in the wall. Still fighting nonetheless. That time he'll get... I'm just going to shut my mouth till I see Ward's actually cleared. Alright, now he's cleared. Good grief. Lord have mercy. $11 to go. Well, Mike Hauser. This will be a night that Hauser would like to try to restart as. Jump to start. Unfortunately, with there being a lack of a caution so far tonight, it will not be Hauser really. Never even got a chance to start. No, he qualified second, right outside Travis Farmer. Actually, I believe it was 3/1000 of a second off, which you go try to find 3/1000 on a ruler and tell me how close it is. It was very close from Hauser getting a pole, but nonetheless, it was not meant to be. So right now, Hauser stuck in 13th, 1 lap down. As Colt Ward would see 8 laps to go. Well, going for a battle. Easy. Battle brewing now, 47th position. Cannon and Alexander. 21 seconds off. Don't remind me. Alexander way up the racetrack. Gannon on that bottom. Gannon won't give it up neither. Nope. 5 to go for Colton Ward. Meanwhile, we're going to focus in on the battle at hand. Alexander around Cannon. Cannon, I don't think Alexander going to give him the opportunity to drop to the bottom. Right now, Cannon now trying to figure out, well, I let Alexander around me, now how do I get back around him? The lead the pace starting to fall off on that 9 machine. 30 lap run to Alexander's 26. Right now, 2 laps to go for Colton Ward. Down and back straightaway. He'll see it. White flag. And probably more of a surrender for the field than the final lap. But nonetheless, one more circuit round for Colton Ward. One Watkins Glen by 13 seconds over the field. Comes to Las Vegas tonight. Actually, a weekend in Vegas. Last night, 6th in Midnight Racing League Contender Series. And tonight, he'll come off a turn forward. The most laps led. A dominant night. Colton Ward takes Las Vegas. Stanton second. And right now it will appear Elijah Fisher will come home in the 3rd spot. Stone. Tyler Stone and Travis Farmer your top 5. Henderson recovers to 6. Alexander Cannon. 7th and 8th, Hadaway and Milton will round out the top 10. Well, Colton Ward's. There he goes. Colton Ward only 1 win to start this. 1 win in the Thunder Series. Make it 2. So Colton Ward sweeps the week for Inspired. You know, 1 second, folks. Well, he will cut into Stanton's lead. 15 points. The motor's cooked. There it went. Colton Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Copy.
I'll be damned. Most laps led tonight. 6 last night. Safe to say Las Vegas is starting to become one of your favorite tracks.
Yeah. I like it. I needed clean air. I think was the big difference. If I was stuck behind air, and I don't know if I would have really pulling away from them.
Well, I had to ask you how much we heard drivers really talk about, yourself included, talking about how big dirty air was going to play a factor tonight. Was it bigger? Was it worse than what you pictured, or was it not quite as bad for what practiced? Because it seemed like some drivers really were searching for multiple lines to try to stay out of others' dirty air. Is that a safe assumption?
Yeah, when you're like 4 or 3 car lengths away, even more honestly, but just in that amount, it's just you gotta pick a different lane than them because you're just gonna plow an exit.
Well, buddy, hell of a performance tonight nonetheless. I will ask you these last 2 questions. You know one. I'll ask you the other one. We saw the first stint. You and your teammate both went about, give or take, 45 laps the first run. Was it a strategy call on both of y'all's parts to come in to shorten that pit stop by about 9 laps? What, if there was, what was the reasoning behind it?
We kind of just ran it dry out the first time. Second time, we seen Elijah come in, with 50 to go, and then we wanted to wait a few laps, and then we came on lap 90. So, yeah, we just wanted advantage coming out, and then I don't know what he did because he came out and he was still behind me.
Well, buddy,
I think he should have been ahead of me.
Hell if I know. I don't know, man. It was a long night. Really, were you expecting a green flag run this long, or were you hoping there'd be a caution? Is the night what you expected tonight?
I mean, I guess it was tight, so I guess it kind of makes sense. If it was a little loose, I guess you could be getting loose off of turn 2. That's happened to me a few times when the setup was looser, but yeah, I guess not for how tight it was. Doesn't shock me.
Well, buddy, the last question I got before I let you head out is there anybody want to thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Just thank you for broadcasting each week, and thank Elijah and Chris for setting up these races.
All right, buddy. Win number 2 for Colt Ward in the Inspired Thunder Series, and more importantly, he will sweep the week, winning at Watkins Glen and winning tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving.
You too.
That being said, next person up. If we walk over to Josh Henderson's pit, we can find the man that came in second tonight. Aaron Stanton, Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
What's up, Garrett?
Well, I'll ask you, how the hell do you beat the guy?
I mean, honest to God, I was probably even with them, but I messed up both my pit stops. So, I mean, how do I beat him when I mess up both my pit stops? I mean,
I don't know, man.
I mean, the first run, I was holding my own. I was leading. These cars are so hard to pass. You get stuck behind people's dirty air. And I knew, once I messed up my first pit stop and he got around me, I'm just stuck in it. He's a faster driver, and I'm stuck in his dirty air. So what do I do from there,
Well, buddy, I got to ask you this. First off, Mama said not bad, Aaron, not bad. So there's that going for you. But I do want to ask you, we saw you early in the race trying different lines. Did you find something on the top side earlier in the race that was working for you? And could you have tried that later in the race, or was it just practically, no matter what you tried, it was practically done from that point?
I mean, the only reason why I was running the top lane is to try to get out of people's wakes, right? You've driven these cars before, Garrett. When you're directly behind somebody, your car just wants to plow tight. You need air on your front
all you want to sit
splitter.
there is just start cussing.
so, I mean, I was running every different line I could just to try. Even, like, I don't know if you noticed, but during the beginning of the race when I was behind Cade, like, Cade was running, like, he was running the bottom, but he was leaving, like, a half a lane open from the bottom, you know? And I was, like, essentially riding the line just to get that sliver of clean air. Like, these cars are terrible, but
well, really got to be perfect with them from what I gather. Buddy, I'll ask you this one. Actually, I got two more questions for you before I end the question that ends all questions. One of them's a bit off topic, but hell, I'll go ahead and shoot that one first. Have you killed your turkey for Thanksgiving yet?
Yeah, turkey season is in spring.
Well, how the hell you?
But
Well, what do you gotta do? Go down there. What you gotta go down there to the Butterball factory and get your own damn turkey in?
Yeah, I already ate the turkey I shot this year.
Oh well, I'll be damned. Way ahead of you there. My next question is, pit stop wise, how fast did you start feeling a difference between the tires starting to fade out? Was it early, or could you feel it start? Could you feel the tires start going away about 30 laps into a run?
Well, these tires for these cars are super hard, so like they don't really fall off until they fall off. But like, it's hard to explain. But once they start falling off, they fall off like a rock, right? Like so, like.
Oh, it's immediate.
I don't know.
It can be fine for 25 laps, 26. Lap 26, and it is completely gone.
Yeah, I don't know if you were paying attention to me and Colton's pit strategy, but like we kind of figured out the first one. We kind of figured out when tires like really fell off, and then like the second pit stop, that's when we were like, "This is the lap like we need to pit on," and that's
Yeah.
I messed up my pit stop, but he didn't, and he wins the race. So kudos to him, I guess.
Well, buddy, the last question I got for you before I let you head out. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Thanks to you, Garrett, for broadcasting, and thanks, Elijah, for bringing this all together.
All
Can
right.
you? What were you talking about today? Nothing happened.
I don't know. I just pretty much went through the week. I went through the week. HCR. I never got around to MMS midnight. Talking you, Elijah, Colton up at midnight hours. A few commercial breaks here and there, but I ain't got no commercials, so that's kind of not really a commercial break, but I got through
poop
it.
Breaks.
Huh?
It said poop breaks.
No. I took care of that. But nonetheless, Aaron, you have a good night. You're gonna get me banned on this crap here. So anyway, hell of a job for you tonight. Aaron Stanton comes home second. Appreciate your time. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving.
You too, Garrett.
That's about like one of them Trevor Asmanoff interviews. Regardless, I still got one more to go. Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, take me through it. It was a long night. Really, I asked, were you expecting to go green to green all the way to the end?
No, not really. No, not at all. I mean, I think this is, other than a couple of the road courses, I mean, this is just the second oval in Inspired history to even go all the way green.
Matter of fact,
no.
Third. Nashville, in ARCA last season, I forgot the other one, went green to green. They were back to back.
Right.
I'll confirm my sources after the fact, but I do believe this is the third one to go green to green. Well, take me through the night, buddy. A lot of drivers talking about tires and dirty air becoming a thing. I know me and you talked about it. You wanted me to ask you about lap 80. To check on you, see how the car felt, but to be honest with you, I didn't want to pull you up here and disturb you. I did not expect to go green flag all the way neither. But hell of a job by everybody tonight. But take me through the night. When did you start noticing tires was going to be a big thing? Because you were one of the first ones to come in for the 2 pit stops that we had.
Yeah, I think I guess I just kind of figured like the pace was not slowing down a whole lot, but it was enough that just a little bit of tire saving was about 3 to 5 seconds on track, and I kind of fell back early on the run to really test that. And we started picking up quite a bit of speed, and once I got around lap 42, I was kind of thinking of just throwing in a strategy, and it kind of worked out. It kind of didn't. I mean, we had some okay wear. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. So I don't know. I didn't really feel like I was being limited from dirty air too much. I mean, it was kind of there, but it just, I didn't really have a whole lot of, it didn't seem to affect me too much. I was just kind of expecting that, but I don't know. It was a weird race.
Weird. Weird indeed. I will ask you this. You'll walk out of here with some bonus points. Unfortunately, be behind the top 2 in the points, but you do gain valuable points on the drivers around you or surrounding you in that points battle right now. Ninth in the points, 356 out. But you finished ahead of guys like Waltney and Stone and Hadaway and Milden. Do you feel like with so long left in the season, do you feel like you can still claw your way, still be a threat for the championship, really going forward as we enter the Thanksgiving break? How will you take this following week, being this is the last inspired race we have until week after next? How will you go about with this little break that we have, trying to regroup, get the 16 team back within the point sun and inspired, and also maintaining the points lead that you have on the cup side of things, entering Pocono 13 points to the good week after next? How will you take this week to try and regroup and stay focused and try to keep the points lead and get back into the points hunt?
Yeah, I think at least with the Thunder side, I mean, just at least with the different vehicles and the shakeup that goes on there, I think we'll have a good opportunity to just kind of hop over from one thing to the next. I feel like I can be pretty versatile in whatever we're driving, and just kind of finding, things throughout a race has always just been probably one of my better strong suits. It's just kind of not being thrown off because it's a different car, thrown off because of the combinations that we're going to be having. But I think part of the advantage I get a little bit here that can kind of keep us, maybe passing a couple of these guys is at least the series and that I was kind of worried about. The Cars Tour was, it went better than expected. So I think, at least kind of Xfinity and trucks and, the next gens off of the road courses, I think we'll have a pretty good shot. It's just, trying to figure out some of these random races and trying to piece those together. As for Gen 6, I think we just, we take the week off and we're just going to do, the kind of a similar normal routine I normally would do. Probably going to run a couple officials this week just to keep up with everything. And, it is truly sometimes hard to kind of hop off the car and not do anything. So we're going to have to keep ourselves entertained a little bit on track.
In limbo all week. I don't know my broadcasting schedule at all this week. I'm gonna be sitting here in limbo. My buddy.
Go for it.
Hell yeah. My buddy, last question I got for you before I let you head out. Is there anybody want to thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, got to thank you for broadcasting as always. Got to thank the man upstairs and friends and family, mom for watching, all the people giving support to Inspired. Make sure to go subscribe and give us some attention there and like the stream if you liked it. If you didn't like it, I'm sorry. I guess long runs aren't for you.
Nonetheless, a third place run for Lad Fisher and the 16 team, a hell of a job. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving. We'll see you in Pocono.
You too. Don't eat too much turkey.
Dude, freaking, I'll gain 30 pounds and wonder why the doctor's yelling at me. All right, buddy. Hell of a job tonight.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, with that being said, it's been some good interviews over the weekend. The final results from Las Vegas. Colton Ward on top. Yet again, his second win in the Thunder Series, and will sweep the week. As far as Inspired is concerned, Stanton, Fisher, Tyler Stone, Travis Farmer, your top 5. Hot Shot, Josh Henderson, Wade Alexander, Cade Cannon, Bobby Hadaway, Ben Milton, your top 10. Shane Winslow, Juan Cobbs Jr., 12th, Mike Hauser. Gutted for him. Never had a chance to show what that 43 had tonight. We'll round out tonight 13th. Ben Kennard, Jackson Hadaway, James McConnell, and Dustin Waltney will round out the field tonight. After a very long race that went wire to wire, green to green, all the way to the end. Again, shout outs to Colt Ward. He will take the Sin City 134. MMS tomorrow night. As for the rest of the week, I don't know. We will play it by ear. If anything, I might run a couple HGR or MMS races, see if I can win some or probably lose some. Might stream it there to keep the channel going. But until then, appreciate everybody watching tonight, and I will see everybody for MMS tomorrow night. Until then, take it easy. Have a good night.